The all-new DJ Swoo Breakfast.
Yeah.
I carry with me pounds.
Yeah.
And I carry with me US dollars.
Yeah.
And I never use these. So I have $100 bill. I have several euros, and I have several pounds.
Oh, by the way, guys, I also got pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's
Honestly, yeah, I've got.
Yeah,
honestly.
Actually, I might need to holler at you.
Yeah,
I might need to holler at you, bro. Like, you have a whole stack.
I got a whole stack, of course. Yeah, and I don't. Every country I travel to, I come back with cash. I keep it.
Yeah.
It can be worth 1,000 rands. Can be worth 10,000 rands. Can be worth. I probably have like almost 100,000. But I understand. I want you to break down the logic to a lot of people who don't understand, who probably don't have the opportunity to travel as much as we do.
No, but absolutely. For me, I do the exact same thing. I have from Morocco to Swaziland to Kenya to Rwanda to Tanzania to I have a whole stack from Nigeria, Naira. But really, at the end of the day, for me, it's you have a saying about thoughts become things.
Yes.
And for me, thoughts become things. And when I think in US dollars, when I think in pounds, when I think in euros, it's because I want to build a global business, and I want my company to be in US dollars, because that's where when you talk about Forbes billionaires, it's all in US dollars. So you are grading people, you are evaluating people based on what currency, and so you want to think in the currency that the world understands, that the world trades in, that the world is exchanging their energies in. And that's the US dollars. As much as I love the pounds, I mean, what's going on with Brexit and the whole situation with the EU, I'm staying away from that. I'm saying what to me is the most stable, what to me is the one where people are going to want to trade in. And for me, that's the US dollar. So it just goes back to thoughts. It's what kind of business am I building in, and what kind of money do I want people to be exchanging, and how do I want to be evaluated? And for me, it's US dollars. And so that's the frame of mind I use. And then the other currencies I carry because, again, for me, it's speaking to. I always believe that my company is going to be global. And so I speak to nationals and citizens of other countries and say, you guys are going to be exchanging, you guys are going to be buying whatever products that's going to be coming from my company. And so it's a way of me staying connected to the various countries that I touch, the various countries that I travel to. And it's just a way of just staying connected to those economies.
If you were to say something right now to a little girl who's listening right now, whether they're in varsity or whatever, what would you like to say to little girls that are listening, or younger entrepreneurs or whatever?
Your best is yet to come. It gets better and better. You said earlier on about consistency. You said earlier on about discipline. We were listening to a playback. I think it was Denzel Washington. Consistency. And I'll just speak to the baby girl and say, just be consistent. Don't allow temporary situations to derail you. Don't make permanent decisions based upon temporary situations. Whatever situation you are in currently, whether it's you have lack of funds for school, you don't have food, you don't have shoes, you don't have clothes, whatever it is, that's temporary. What is permanent are your dreams, are your aspirations, are your passions. And I want you to work on them with all the energy, with all the passion that you have, because the best is yet to come. I am living that exact belief system. I mean, I come from, single parent home where sometimes we went without food, but I stuck to my dreams of saying, I'm going to go to the very best in the world. I'm going to go to the pinnacle of education. I'm going to go to the pinnacle of the world. I've lived in New York City. I've worked for a major media company, and I never allowed temporary situations to derail me. I never allowed temporary circumstances to determine what my permanent decisions. So to that entrepreneur, to that baby girl, to that young schoolgirl, to the college girl, just stick to it. Stick to it. Be consistent, and don't let temporary situations derail you. That's really what's resonating with me as I come to the continent. Is I think we are facing so much, but it's temporary. I mean, our leaders change. Economies are changing. We're seeing now Africa transitioning, and so our time is coming. And so I want you to put yourself in a position to win.